Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video, this time around for the month of September of 2016. And as usual, I'm going to start with the typical new releases of the month and then move into imports and reproduction games, which is something that I don't typically do. So this will be some kind of special, I guess, pickup video for my channel at least. But without further ado, let's just start with the new releases, and no surprises here. I've been showing these games in all of my pickup videos, and we finally completed the re-releases of older Resident Evil games with Resident Evil 4. It was released just a couple days ago, and no surprises here. I'm a huge fan of the Resident Evil series, so I had to have a Resident Evil 4, which is a staple in the industry. As you guys know, this is a very influential game, and this is the umpteenth time this game got released ever since it came out originally for the Nintendo GameCube. This game has been out on every console and every single generation that followed afterwards. So it speaks about the longevity and speaks about the legacy of this game, which is, again, one of the most highly regarded third-person shooters out there. Very influential to the industry, and for good or worse. But in my case, I particularly love this game. So I just had to get it for the PS4, and even though I already beat this game plenty of times, I beat this on the GameCube, PS2, and the Wii, and I stopped halfway through the PS3 remastered version. So yeah, I beat this game plenty of times, but I have to have it again. It's pretty cheap, 20 bucks. So for a Resident Evil fan like me, I had to pull the trigger and get Resident Evil 4. So that's the first new release. And then the second new release, it's something that some of you guys may have already seen an unboxing video of this, but I got the King of Fighters XIV for the PS4. It only came out on the PS4 and PC, I think. This one came with the Steelbook, which is pretty cool. I do have an unboxing video if you guys want to check it out. But the cool thing is, the spine, you get this plastic thing, so the spine looks like a regular PS4 game, so that's pretty cool. And as I mentioned before, I got it with this guy right here, which is the the limited or the special edition, as they call it. It came with an art book and other goodies. So again, I have an unboxing video if you guys want to check this out. Unfortunately, there was some damage in there from Best Buy. Nothing I could do there, but I got this for a really good price. So I've been playing this here and there a little bit. I already beat the story mode with with my typical team, 3 characters: Terry Bogard, Andy Bogard, and Joe Higashi. So I already beat the campaign or story mode with them, so I'm gonna switch teams now and try the different teams that the game has to offer. You can also custom make your 3 people team if you want to, but for story purposes, I'm using the pre-selected teams, and the gameplay in this game is actually excellent. Typical King of Fighters. There's a lot of new things to learn in the tutorial, but the gameplay is flawless. However, the graphics are a little bit of a downgrade in the sense that the game doesn't use the beautiful 2D sprites that the series has been known for to use in the past. So definitely a new graphic style, very controversial. A lot of people are against it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but again, the gameplay is what governs these games, and so far the gameplay has been flawless in my opinion. So I'm pretty happy with the purchase, and yeah, pretty cool to have this special edition package. Now the other quote-unquote new release, this is the one that caused the problem for this particular pickup video, because I was planning to do this quote-unquote import / reproduction games pickup video 2 months ago already, and there was a delay in the release of this particular game in the Asian region, which caused my shipment from Play Asia to be delayed. Basically, I ordered 3 games through them, and the way it works is that they send all the items together until everything is released. So because this game got delayed, the physical release of this game got delayed in Asia, the other 2 games that were already out and waiting for me, they had to wait for me 2 months until now for me to get them on the mail. So the troublemaker here was this particular game right here, Galadriel's Blaze, which is a shooter or horizontal shooter or shmup that has been gaining a lot of praise here on YouTube. And basically Leo, the funny nerd, he convinced me to buy this, and I'm really glad I did. I haven't played this yet, but I heard a lot of good things about this game. This was already available on the PS3, so it's a last-gen game, but this is the PS4 updated version, and really cool. This is, again, the only way to get a physical release so far of the game is through importing this game. It comes with a small art book here, which is really, really cool, and it comes with a full-blown color instruction booklet, so that's another plus, obviously. And of course, you have the advantage of the PS4 being a region-free system, so no trouble at all importing these games. But the physical release of this did get delayed, like I said, for 2 months, and it prompted the other 2 games that I'm going to show you guys to be delayed. But supposedly, this is a very, very fun shooter, and Leo has had nothing but good things to say about this game. He's been streaming it in his YouTube channel, so. Another cool thing about this is, if you guys watch my pickups videos, I pick up games from different genres. I'm not afraid to pick up sports games, first-person shooters, RPGs, third-person shooters, platformers. You guys name the genre. I'm always picking up different variety of games because that's what I enjoy. I enjoy all types of games, but I cannot recall the last time I picked up a shooter, so this was a very good way to refresh my collection and library of games. So I'm definitely looking forward into playing Galadriel's Blaze for the PS4. And it's nice to have the physical version of the game with, you know, the manual and the booklet and everything. I think they did a fantastic job. So very, very much worth importing the game in my opinion, considering it's a budget release, I guess. I think the game, it's like $30 and on PlayAsia.com. So. Nothing too big as far as breaking the bank or anything like that. And the other 2 games that are quote-unquote new releases that I was supposed to show you guys like 2 months ago when they got released in their respective month. I'm talking about, I'm going to show you this one first, Shadow of the Beast, which is available here in North America, but only through a download only. I'm very interested in this game. This is basically a reimagining of the original game that was released, I believe, for the Turbo Graphics or something like that. I'm not familiar with the original release because I did not have the system that it was originally released for, and I never played the emulator or the ROM of the original game, but supposedly this one there's a way to unlock the original game as far as I'm concerned, so I'll get to see what that's all about. But as far as the new version or the updated version, the 2016 version of the game, it's supposed to be very gory. It's like a side-scrolling action game. So I'm very much looking forward into it. I've seen a few gameplay videos of this game, and it looked very interesting. The reviews were not the greatest, but again, I was able to get this for a pretty good price on PlayAsia, and I figured, you know, why not get the physical version of the game? Which unfortunately, this one doesn't come with a manual. It just has like the warnings in here in Chinese or whatever language that is. And but you know, nevertheless, glad to have the physical version of this game. And then the other game that also got delayed. This was released 2 months ago, and again, it was released only digitally here in the North American territory. I'm talking about Resident Evil Umbrella Corps. Now, this game has been getting awful reviews, and you know, both from non-Resident Evil fans and from Resident Evil fans. This is basically a disaster and a quick cash grab by Capcom. But you guys know me, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, I have to have it. And of course, I had to import it because I wanted to have the physical version of the game. So yeah, I'm gonna see what this game is all about. The bad thing about this game is that it relies heavily on online play. It's a shooter or a third-person shooter that you play online, and you know, you can play co-op with friends. I think you can have like team deathmatch type of gameplay modes and things like that. But it heavily relies online. But because of the game got really bad reviews. The game is supposed to be really bad. I'm not really sure how healthy the online community for this game is at this point, you know, 2 months after the release of the game. So I'm going to have to make sure that I play this sooner rather than later, just to take advantage of the online features and making sure that the servers are not empty by the time I get to this game. So again, you know, I didn't pay a whole lot for this game, so I'm curious to see what it's all about. And you know, the cool thing about this is, besides, you know, being another addition for my Resident Evil collection, is that it did come with a color manual in here, which is pretty cool. And it came with a reversible cover. The cover here in the back has Chinese or Japanese text in it, but if you guys look at the the reversible cover that I'm using now, it has all of English language. So it was almost as if the game was prepared to be released, or the people prepared the game for us, people that want to import this, and everything was put into English text here in the back, which I thought it was pretty cool. So Resident Evil Umbrella Corps, it's not supposed to be the greatest game out there, but again, I had to have it for my Resident Evil collection, and I'm willing to try it. Maybe, who knows, maybe I'll enjoy it for what it is. Yeah, Resident Evil, the latest addition to my collection there. And so those are the new releases / imports that I bought. Now let's go into our reproduction games, or repros as they're called. I don't usually buy these types of games, but now that the British pound is a little bit weaker, there is this website that sells repro games out of the United Kingdom, and I was itching for some to finally beat this game right here. I'll just go ahead and show you guys instead of doing all the talking. Shenmue 2. I mentioned this before on my channel. I'm a huge fan of Shenmue 1. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And Shenmue 2 here, it's a game that I never finished. As much as I love the first Shenmue, I was never able to finish the second Shenmue, the sequel. So I figured, you know what, Sega is being a little bit sloppy in terms of re-releasing, the remakes or remastered version of the Shenmue games, which I'm sure at one point they will. But I figured I'm going to pull the trigger, and for what it's worth, I'm going to have a physical version of the game, even though this is not an official release, because as we all know, this game was not released in North America. It was only released in, I believe, Europe and Asia, as far as the Dreamcast version, obviously. And then in North America, you have the Xbox One version, which shot up in price. I don't have an Xbox One or Xbox, or the original Xbox. I don't have the original Xbox to play the the Xbox version of the game. So I figured I have a Dreamcast here, and this game, it's a repro. It's a pretty high quality package. It comes with like the ESRB rating, the American rating there, which is kind of neat, I thought. And the game comes with all the discs in there, as you can see, and they're all pretty well labeled. Let's see, let's open here. It comes with a color manual, which is not not the greatest, but it does include the controls and everything. And then, like I said, it has all the discs in there. Supposedly, I don't need anything. Supposedly, this game has been burned already to just play. You put it on the Dreamcast, and it'll play for you. So yeah, the one thing that I was a little bit disappointed is that this particular website showed that this game came with like a cardboard box, almost like a special edition looking box, and I did not get that when they sent me. I didn't feel like fighting, asking the seller or whatever to send me the cardboard box. So just a quick thought that I thought it was going to come with that, but it didn't. And since the shipping was not going to be extra for more games, I decided to add one more, and that game is Cannon Spike, which is a game that I never played for the Dreamcast, but the concept seems cool enough. It's almost a shooter game, but it features characters from different Capcom games. Here you can see Charlie from Street Fighter, and other series as well are featured. You can see Cammy there, and yeah, it's supposed to be a very fun shooter. Again, I think it's somewhat hard to find as far as just buying the game downright from eBay and stuff. So I figured might as well buy the repro. It was pretty cheap, and they did not charge me extra for the shipping. So why not get one more game since I'm ordering Shenmue 2? So Cannon Spike is another repro game that I decided to pick up for the Sega Dreamcast. And that's the end of the repro games. I'm going to finish with one more game that is not a repro, it's not an import, but it's a game that I picked up on the cheap from Amazon. This game is not supposed to be very good. I know Joe Cormuffin X did a review, and he kind of liked the game, but everybody else seems to have frowned upon this particular game. And I'm talking about Langrisser R for the Nintendo 3DS. This game is dirt cheap on Amazon. I was able to get this for like $11. And if you guys have Prime, obviously you get the free shipping and all that. This is a strategy RPG, supposed to be pretty below average. Don't expect the quality of other titles, like Fire Emblem or Stella Glow or anything like that. But I figure for $11, let's just pull the trigger and get the damn game. And it was shrink wrapped, and on top of the shrink wrap, it came with a soundtrack CD. I don't know why. It seems to be a pretty good one. It has 20 songs, so why not? And it came with an art book, so which is pretty cool. I like our art book, and I like flipping through things like this just to admire, the different, art styles and things like that. So in the end, it ended up being a very nice purchase. I do not know. Apparently, the game did not have a special edition because it did not come with a cardboard box or anything like that. And I think Leo got the same game from Amazon, and same thing. His game came with the soundtrack CD and the art book just plopped on top of. Basically, it came like that and then shrink wrapped. So a very low budget approach as far as giving extra goodies, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. I love flipping through art books like this, and soundtrack CD is an extra bonus, so why not? Pretty happy with in that regard for $11. Even if the game is bad, I figure if I have a couple of hours out of it, it'll be worth it. So that's the end of the games, and I do have one last item that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I believe last month I showed my Nendoroid figure for the Wind Waker Link, and yeah, I decided to get another one here, and this one is Marth from Fire Emblem. I'm trying not to be incredibly hooked into the Nendoroid figures. But this Marth was way too cute to pass up. I absolutely love his little different poses that you can achieve with this particular character. Look how cute this guy is. I couldn't say no. So I'm gonna try, like I said, and slow down on the Nendoroid figures. This one was relatively good priced. It was from a third party on Amazon. So I figured, I'm gonna get it. It looks way too nice. Very, very cute, and I like the poses, and it has a lot of different weapons and shields that you can put into the different poses for Marth. So hopefully I don't get addicted to these things, because I really just don't have enough room here in my game loft area, and the amiibos are almost full here. So yeah, this is my second Nendoroid, and hopefully I don't pick up more of these guys down the line. But that's it as far as pickups. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next month. Take it easy.